90.5 The Night. Our old friend Shannon McNally has stopped by to join us this evening. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. How are you?
Welcome back. Good.
Thank you.
Good. Tonight, 90.5 The Night is presenting you at the Saint, the Venerable Saint in Asbury Park.
Yes.
A place that obviously you like to keep coming back to, which is fine. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that, us included, Scott from the Saint included.
Oh, good.
So tonight should be a lot of fun. It's the only local show for a while. It's the only local show in a while.
In New Jersey.
And for a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I did a couple shows in New York City.
Yeah. Was that last week?
Yeah.
I think there was
about a week ago.
Fez, yeah.
Fez and Shanae. Been in the Northeast for a couple weeks. I was up in Woodstock and Boston and Northampton, down in Philadelphia. And so tonight this is the last night of this,
cool.
this particular run, Asbury Park.
So we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
And you're out with a new album, so to speak, self-release. Well, not so to speak. It is an album.
No, it's an album.
It's a real album.
Yeah.
It's just
you put it in the CD player and press play. You're going to get music.
Hopefully. You put it in the right way.
Exactly.
But it's self-released.
Self-produced.
Which self-produced, self-financed, I'm guessing.
Self-financed, self-released, self-distributed, the whole 9 yards.
Something.
It's a craft industry.
Yes. Something to keep us appeased between major label releases.
Yes, me too. Yes. It was entirely selfish, actually.
No, I can only imagine how frustrating it's. I mean, it's been a while now since Jukebox Sparrows.
Yeah.
And Geronimo, the long-touted follow-up,
right,
is still waiting somewhere.
It's in jail somewhere.
But I think we'll come back and talk a bit about that because we want to try and get a few songs in here tonight without taxing you before tonight's show.
No, it takes a lot to tax me when it comes to singing and playing.
Yes. So I don't know if you want to do something from Run for Cover or Geronimo or...
Well,
whatever the heck
I
you
feel
want.
like playing some original material. Okay. Run for Cover, of course, is all
covers.
Is all songs written by American songwriters, aside from myself. So yeah, I'll play some of my new material.
Okay.
Because you have Run for Cover, so you can play that.
This is true.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's see. This is called The Wedding Song. I'm not very fond of songs that weep and moan. I'm like the others, I've wandered in search of my home. And I want to be close to you, babe, near to you, my lover man. Please relieve me, my tomorrows. See the joy you're bringing me. In you I found a source I'm careful not to drain dry. I dip my cup, lick my lips, your water is sweet. And I wanna be slow with you, baby, slowly, my lover man. Please relieve me, my tomorrows. See the joy you're bringing me. Oh. I found a source I'm careful not to drain dry. I dip my cup, lick my lips, your water is so get left alone with it all. This game they call fear, the object is to listen, not to hear. Here I go, and if I could go back in time, well, I wouldn't erase a single line from your face. 'Cause the battles that you've lost are as beautiful to me as your victories. And I wanna be tossed with you, babe, side to side and back again. Please relieve me my sorrow. See the joy you're bringing me. Yes, I say.
90.5 The Nights. That's a new one.
That's
the wedding song. Shannon McNally is our guest. My name is Jeff Raspy here at 90.5 The Nights. The new album
Yes.
is Run for Cover, which we said is all
Yes.
covers. And actually, you made the point of saying all American songwriters, which I actually hadn't
All-American.
noticed.
Yes, all American songwriters. They're all, they're all, I think, foundational American roots songwriters. They laid the groundwork for everything we call roots music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a couple of tracks
They're
that
at the
we've been
pure.
playing.
They're right on the bone. They're pure.
A couple of the tracks that we've been playing so far here are one of the Sam Cooke tunes, because you do two.
Mm-hmm.
And
You can't ever do too much Sam Cooke.
and the Gillian Welch song,
Yeah.
actually, is one of the
Yeah.
other ones we've been playing. And sure to be followed by several others. But the fact that you pointed out that they're all American songwriters made me think of Katie Lang's new album, which
Oh, I
you
haven't heard it
probably
yet.
haven't heard yet,
I
but
haven't
she
yet.
called it Hymns of the 49th Parallel,
Oh, there you
because
go.
it's all Canadian
There you go.
songwriters.
Well, North America, I think that everybody keeps asking me what genre artist am I, and I don't know. I don't fit into any art. I don't fit into any genre purely. I go down to play in Georgia, and they say, "Oh, you're not country," and you go play a pure folk place, and they say, "Well, you're not really a folk artist," and go, "I'm not a pure blues artist, and I'm not pure rock and roll," and so I'm not any pure. I'm not any one genre. So, but I think that if you look at the writers on that record, they're coming from divergent points, and they're all meeting at the same spot. They all wrote these very simple yet powerful songs, and 3 chords in the truth.
Yeah, I mean, and that's did you know all of these songs beforehand, or did you decide one day I'm going to do an album of American songs and then go search for some?
No, I didn't have to search for them at all. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I think I'd been wanting to sing those songs for a long time and have them in my, just have them in my vocabulary.
Well, I remember distinctly when I ran into you with Rufus Wainwright down at the Strand Theater, and you hadn't released it yet. You were talking about it.
We were
and
waiting on it, yeah.
You were all excited about the fact that there were 2 Sam Cooke songs on it.
Yeah.
I think me and the stage manager were the ones you were telling, or the road manager, Rufus's
Yeah.
road manager.
Well, it's so fun. I mean, the guys that played this is just 3 other musicians and myself, and we went into a studio in New Orleans and cut it in a day. Made the whole record in 12 hours.
Old school.
Old school. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just get, this idea of making a record that takes, a year or 2 and $1 million is just, it's pure poppycock. You don't need that. The best records of all times were made, in as long as it took to play the
Right,
song.
I was going to say, maybe barely longer than it took to play them.
and
yes.
as long as it took to play the song. And, since you can't really, I don't think you can really improve on that,
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I think that's because
I mean, there's all kinds. I don't mean to say that that's the only way to do anything. It's just I wanted to see. Was going through so many big, huge changes in my life that and it was like, well, what kind of musician am I? What's at the end of the day, what do I want to be? And I want to be one of those people. I want to be one of those musicians who can go in a studio with several, with musicians that I enjoy playing with and come out with good music.
in just over the amount of time it takes
and
to
just
play
go in
them,
and do it. Don't overthink it. Don't overplay it. Don't over worry about it. Don't write the
overproduce
marketing
it.
plan
Yeah.
before you write the song.
Because I know a number of people say to me, some of them who had heard Jukebox Sparrows first and others who had seen you perform live first, that it's always the performing live side of it. I mean, as good a record as Jukebox Sparrows is,
Right.
the performing live side of you is what people remember and what people really connect with.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that got, squished out of me in the process of making the record. I mean, half of Jukebox Sparrows is pretty live, actually. Colorado, it could have been me. There's very little overdubbing in those songs. And the rhythm tracks, on all of them, the rhythm tracks were gotten in a sitting, one
Cool.
pass. But and I think that's what saved the record from being overproduced in this way that otherwise wouldn't have had anything to do with me. But being a fledgling artist and being in the heart of the belly of the beast, it's like
You can't really
is
say...
it, well, you can say it,
Well, you
and I
can.
did, but you kind of get outfoxed. You don't know everything, so you do get outfoxed. And you take chances, and you want to trust people, and you want to listen to other people who have more experience
Right.
than you. Do it again and again. Listen for visions and missions in the wind. A wonderful shone soft parade. Now I'm picking garbage. True sages trade. Want every battle but lost the war. The dared me to reach for it, dared me to know. So I drove that car just as slow as it would go, listening for the sound of my last hope hit the ground. Won every battle, but lost the war. Managed to take more than I had. Your greedy treaties and your rubber bag. You may have won every battle, but lost the war. I only did what I knew. Simple math, nothing more, nothing less. If you hadn't told me, never would have guessed how hungry was your hate, how she was my fate, and I won every battle, but lost the war. Managed to take more than I had. your greedy treaties and your rubber badge. You may have won every battle, but you lost the war. You may have won every battle, but you lost the war.
90.5 The Night. Jeff Raspy here with Shannon McNally. That is the future title song to an album
Called
Geronimo. Now, without jinxing it or anything, is there anything you can tell us about the future of Geronimo?
No, it's all very vague right now.
Okay.
But I do perform a lot. I perform all the songs, and material is out there, and you got to come out to the shows. It was a great record to make. Charlie Sexton produced it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He did a wonderful job. He was excellent to work with, and I had a great time. It was an all-star cast again, different bunch of guys, but Ian McLagan from the Rolling Stones and the Faces, Tony Hall and Tony Garnier, a great drummer named Raymond Weber. Mostly he's a New Orleans guy. He plays on the Run for Cover record too. And he's pure poetry. He's gorgeous.
Well, am I remember correctly? Are some of the people on Run for Cover from Ivan's band?
The rhythm section.
Ivan Neville's band.
It's the only one missing is Ivan.
Oh well.
But the only guy missing is Ivan. Yeah.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
His last record was fantastic.
Oh, Ivan Neville he's wonderful. Yeah, I wanted him on this record too. It just didn't work out that one day. I had no idea it was going to happen that day.
Right.
I hoped it was going to be a record, but I wasn't really sure if it was something I was going to end up releasing or not. But
it was just going to be fun for a day, and
exactly. It was the rhythm section, and then my friend David Easley, who's a brilliant pedal steel player, and myself. So it was scaled back.
Yeah, you've made a fine habit of surrounding yourself with some pretty amazing musicians, from the Jukebox Sparrows guys to the guys you've been on the road with. Yeah,
I've been highly fortunate. Of course, it was all almost an accident, Well, I mean, the first session, it happened right in the first session of cutting Jukebox Sparrows. The kind of music that I wanted to make takes a certain touch and feel, and that's, I didn't know that at the time, but it's it's a rather highly advanced one, It's a very soulful one, and oftentimes I have to go back to the originators.
This is true. There are a couple of them on Jukebox Sparrows.
Yeah, and it's so many people, we forget because we live in the cult of the young, here in our culture, But really, you just get better the older you get. So I love playing with people who are just as good a musician as they come. I don't care what they look like. I don't hire someone to come or ask. Even using the word hire to me feels ridiculous because it's like, it's like, would you please come play with me? It's not like, can I hire you for the day? It's like, would you please grace me with your presence?
Yes, just be there.
Yeah, pretty much. Would you show me how to do this so that I know how to do it,
And it's working.
Yeah, well, it's a transferable talent, It's one I think you have to see in action to really understand it and acquire it, I don't think,
well, you know what?
Music, it's passed on.
There are some people I know who would say that about you. There are some people who've seen you. Was it last year at the Saint? Was it part of their ninth anniversary week?
Oh, that was a nice night.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Very nice night.
I think somebody came up to me afterwards, and who is in fact a singer-songwriter from the area, and was just flabbergasted. Was like, that's what it's supposed to be. Shannon McNally is our guest this evening here at 90.5 The Night. Your mom is a sweetheart.
She is very, very sweet. Yeah.
So is your dad. Your dad is a bit imposing, but he's a sweetheart too.
Yeah. He's a bit imposing.
And by the way, they're the stars of "Bury My Heart on the Jersey Shore."
Yes, they are.
A song that we've played incessantly.
Oh, I love
here
that.
at 90.5 the night.
I
Since,
love that.
Since
Yeah.
Jukebox Sparrows came out, and I think I've told you this story when the EP that preceded
Right.
Jukebox Sparrows
Right.
was sent out. Somebody from Capitol had mentioned to me, "Wait till you get the album. There's a song called 'Bury My Heart on the Jersey Shore' on it." I said, "Great. I hope it's good because I can't not play a song like that." And then it turned out to be absolutely gorgeous and wonderful, and people around here just flipped for it. In
That's
fact,
so nice. It's mission accomplished.
It
man.
may not.
Who cares if the rest of the
I was
country
gonna
gets it or not?
Whenever you come here,
Who
you're going to be
cares?
forced to play it.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
Although you've already played it here once, so I'm not going to ask you to do that again.
Okay.
But did you want to play another one?
Sure, I'll play something else.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll play one called "The Hard Way." All right. Here I stand, judged and bothered by a man with a feather around his neck. I traded his misspent youth for my better sins. Gotta thank you very much. And then it split and left me with the check. But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good. Yeah, a young mother with a nursing child sat plainly on the ground. She rocked and rocked that child to sleep, sweet on her bosom brown. But our eyes met for a moment, and then she looked away. The child cried out in hunger. There was nothing else to say. But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good. I dreamt I saw a bandit. He was pointed with his gun. Don't think it meant me well, no, it seemed my luck was done. The channel surface raged on as he shot the children down. There ain't nothing makes me sadder than to watch my mother frown. But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good. Oh, yeah. Well, I know this guy, he keeps asking to see my inner self. He's looking, 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 and the book's right on the shelf. So I point out diagram 42, oh, line 17 is a graph of intent, baby. Is this what you need? But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good. Yeah, bored fictitious characters inhabiting the earth, misplacing value and finding girth, longing for silence. They build jackhammer fences to tattoo and castigate their long tortured senses. But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good. There we go. Yeah, I headed down to New Orleans to see what do I know. Turns out not very much. Oh, the river told me so. Well, no surprise, all this I already knew. You can run, but you can never hide. Well, the river comes for you. But I feel so bad, feel so sad. You never told me that I would. I never learned nothing but the hard way. 'Cause at the time it felt so good.
Tonight at the St. in Asbury Park. So ShannonMcNally.com is the best place to start to find not only Run for Cover, but also Jukebox Sparrows.
Yeah.
And
Ran on Pure Lightning.
Ran on Pure Lightning, which was a wonderful record
Bowling
with you
in
and Neil.
Paradise, thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
There's 4 or 5 things up there.
So you want to play us out with one?
Oh, sure.
Or am I pressing my luck?
No, that's fine. Let's see. What should I do? Have any requests? You want to hear? You want to hear another totally new one that's not on Geronimo either? No.
It's fine with me.
I don't know if I want to play it though. It's really slow. It's really slow. I don't know how. This is still radio. I should take that into account. Let's see. How about I play? This is one I've been playing every night and really enjoy playing. It's called Weather Vane. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, come across a man. His feet were planted in the ground, with his hat in his hand. He said, "Hey, lovely lady, won't you linger long and tell me a tale? Love song so sweet and evil that's failed. Oh, I've stood here so long, weather vane of song rolling down the spine, waiting for lightning to strike. My eyes fell slow, they hit the ground, I mumbled my name. He said, "Girl, raise your eyes, look at me, don't be afraid. It's all in your mind, it's only my skin that they took. I lived this life a loss for you, you gotta at least read the book. Oh, I've stood here so long, weather vane of song rolling down the spikes, waiting for lightning to strike. Whoa, whoa, you'll lay alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You said, "Hey, lovely lady, what was it brought you through my valley floor? Oh, morning's come and gone, you never been here before. Said ain't nobody made a road map would it lead you here. There's signposts everywhere, but they ain't very clear. But I followed myself through the wind, through the rain, beyond all that stuff, the side of the grave. Yeah, I walked and I walked till I felt no pain, till I felt no shame, till I figured the game and just stand here so long, with a vein of song rolling down the spike, waiting for lightning to strike. Whoa, whoa, you'll lay alright. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, boy, fictitious characters inhabiting the earth, misplacing value and
Brookdale Public Radio, 90.5 The Net.